What's the biggest misconception of you? What's one thing people think about you, but it's not true?
People really think I'm like a bitch. And people really think I am a super sexual being, but I'm not like, because I love to talk about sex, and when I am, it just is what it is, you know? I guess you guys will see that in next week's episode of Love and Hip Hop. I just go for it, right? But because of that, they assume like I'm just like that with anybody. You know what I'm saying? So like even like people now like, oh, she's been passed around. Like I dated my son's father from 16 to 21. After that came DJ Envy for 2 years. Then came Rich, and then came Sin, and then came Bow, and yeah. But of course 12 years. But yeah, I guess I'm a hoe.
Now, okay, craziest rumor you heard about yourself? Out of all the rumors that have ever been.
That I'm a hoe.
False. You are not a hoe.
I am, you know what? I have hoe tendencies. No, I'm just playing. What I mean is like, I think what it is, women are often labeled, we're a hoe when we aren't afraid of our sexuality. So if that's what being a hoe is, then I have hoe tendencies. I am not afraid of my sexual preferences. I'm not afraid of who I am when I'm, what I do when I'm sexual. I'm not ashamed of, just the fact that I own what I've done, and I'll continue owning what I do. And at the end of the day, it's like whoever I end up being with, whether it's, in sex or relationships, because it really is, I really want to be with them. So, whatever.
What question do you hate to answer? Is there something that bothers you that people ask of you?
That's a good question. What question do I hate? Yeah, that's a good question.
State the question, because they might not be able to hear.
Okay, so this is a good question. This is a question I hate. Do I prefer guys or girls? Because I'm bisexual. And it's just really like, right now I'm in a really happy, amazing relationship with a man. Have I been in an amazing relationship with a woman? Yes. There's just no preference. It's just when I'm with that person is what I'm with that person, with that man. There's no, this is better, Especially, I'm a Scorpio. So if I'm with you, there's passion, there's chemistry, there's love, And I have all of that. And I found that in one, person. And I'm with them right now. And it's like, it's weird because they see that I'm in a serious relationship with a man now, and they're just kind of like, what do you prefer? So because I'm with a man, I have to have a, you know what I mean? And it's weird. It's like, no, there's no preference. It's who I love, who I want to be with, who I have chemistry with.
Has that ever been hard for the other person, the significant other you were with, to deal with? The bisexuality of you? Or maybe in your past relationships, they were used to relationships where
you know what it is it only is that way if the partner you're with is insecure. And it's only like that if you tend to make them be insecure. If they're not insecure and you don't make them be insecure, it shouldn't be an issue. It's never been for me, I don't think. Has it? Yeah, it has.
It has been an issue. But maybe as you mature in age,
no, maybe as
history,
you get rid of them. Insecurity, nah, I can't date that.
Do you care, and I want your honest answer here, do you care what people think of you?
No.
Do you honestly mean that?
I mean it from my soul. It's a beautiful feeling once you finally get there. It took me 30 years of that.
I was going to ask you what the turning point was.
30 years of that. Turning point was not marrying the person I was supposed to marry. Like that was the littlest, biggest wake up call of my life.
So since that point?
Since that point.
No care.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. It gave me, that was just like, wait a minute. you're attracting some fucking weirdo shit, bro. Take a moment. Talk to you. Be you. Love you. Find you. Like, understand you. Accept you. Like, you have that stripped down moment. And I was single for 4 years, and it was like the best time of my life, because not only I got a chance to kind of revisit what I really wanted to do in my life as far as my career and stuff, because I had done so much so fast. And I thought I had a halting point right before I had my son. No, the real halting point was, when I thought I had found the one, But it's funny because even before that happened, like, I was having turning points. Like, I was filming the last episode that you guys saw of Love and Hip Hop. So way even before I got engaged to Bow, I was already having that turning point of like, I don't want to do this right now no more. I deserve peace. You kind of have that moment. And then when, that came into my life, I was like, okay, this is perfect. I can end the show and, start a family and, that. And then when that didn't work, it was just like, okay, no more blaming yourself for anything. You just kind of have to, or anybody else, you just kind of have to take a step back and figure this out. Why you attracting this energy? Why the universe is working the way it's working into your favor. And I did that. And it took 4 years to just kind of crack the whip on myself. I even became vegan for 6 months. So you just kind of have those moments, that one moment in your life where you're just kind of like, okay, I'm not understanding, but I'm going to put in the work to understand, because this is what matters. And then once I realized that this matters, now I'm back, and it's just kind of like, there's a lot of things that could get to me right now. I'm being put into the media because of man's lies and insecurities. And, there's so much I can have to say out of, but it's just kind of like, it is what it is. I know the truth, and I love me for it.
Now, there's people watching you reply to this answer, and there's people that they care so much about what another person thinks about them. It can lead to anxiety, stress, depression, and worst case, suicidal thoughts. Is there any general advice you have to somebody that cares so much? Anything you would maybe say to them? I mean, circumstances could be different for everybody, but just any general advice.
It really is the power in the mind, in the sense of having those feelings. You really have to get out your own head in order for you to grow past that, because you kind of put that into your own head. You know what I mean? Those feelings of caring well other people. If you can tell yourself not to care, and that's really just having the power just to kind of get out of your own head and look at yourself from the outside in and understand the greatness that's you.
What about music-wise? Do you care what people think of your music?
Hell no. You know how many times I've been on TV sounding crazy? Because at the end of the day, there's so many artists that are right now chart-topping that have never been great singers. The only difference is I'm letting the world into this journey that I feel I have the full capability to take on and really conquer. And I'm letting the world in, whether it sounds good or bad right now, whether I fall and bust my ass right now, whether I'm being taken advantage. There's so many things that could happen, but I'm just kind of like, this is how bad I want it. And I know I'm not the only person that has these dreams and aspirations. The only difference is I have the platform and the guts to kind of not only let you in, but to actually do it. So I'm not afraid when it comes to music. There's people right now that are in my comments right now as we speak that are asking me why the fuck am I back on Love and Hip Hop, because I can't sing. But do I care? No. How many years did they say J-Lo couldn't sing? Shakira. I mean, there's so many, Pink. There's so many great fucking artists that are just have been down. I don't care. The only thing is that like my bad notes get publicized. I mean, it makes great television. I mean, it's funny as fuck to hear me sound horrible, and it makes great television. So.
Now, what are your keys to success?
Really believing in yourself, because there's a lot of moments where you can lose that, and when you lose that, everything else around you just kind of just just dies around. Your beliefs and your drive in yourself is what's going to keep everything else going around you. And your beliefs in yourself is going to make the universe work to your favor. Because you really have to believe in it. So you have to see it. You have to like know what's going to happen. See it. Feel it. And that comes from belief. It comes from the heart.